Okay, back up on Lawton Street here. So I've just come up the ADA ramp off of the Westside Trail. This is Warehouse Row. Behind me is Donnelly Street and Oakland City. And so when you come out of the corridor, like I just did, you come up that ramp or up those stairs, and you basically come down Lawton Street here. If you notice, they just poured a new concrete sidewalk here. They widened the sidewalk. There's where the stairs come out, right up here. There's the Westside Trail right there. And this is the bridge that goes over the Westside Trail. This is the Lawton Street Bridge again. Let me show you the couple of views here. We often stop here on our tours and take photos because there's another artist rendering from the Sub-Area 1 master plan that shows what this might look like in the future. I'm going to zoom in, and if you look in the distance there, you will see the elevated MARTA line. That's the red and gold line up there, and you see the tunnels down there. Those are the tunnels that go under Lee Street. A few minutes ago I showed you a new access ramp, an access point that they were putting in down at Lee Street. So anyway, let me ride you down to the end of Lawton Street here, or not to the end, but over here to this next ramp, because this is important. You're going to need to know this to negotiate the trail if you're on a bike. So you came out of the corridor up that ramp that I just came up. Now I'm on Lawton Street, and you take this sidewalk that they just poured. It runs right up here to Brown Middle School. And now I just crossed over White Street, by the way. I'm about ready to cross over White Street. That's White Street right there. And right below me is the Malika favorite mural called West End Remembers, and I'll get to that in a minute. So pay attention to where you are right now. This is the trickiest part of this whole thing. I've just come across Lawton Street. That's Warehouse Row. That's White Street right there. And this right here, this path with the yellow line, is the old West End Trail, which is part of the Beltline trail system. That right there is Brown Middle School. So what you're going to do is you're going to come across Lawton like I just did, and you're actually going to ride right down the West End Trail. Just this little ramp that goes down to get you down to White Street. And right up here on my left, you're going to see the 0 mile marker of the Atlanta Beltline. It's right here, about 30 feet in front of me. Check this out. So now you know where the 0 mile marker is. This is a little glimpse of why I like the Westside Trail so much. A lot of trees. There's a lot, almost like a tree canopy. Again, this is the West End Trail, but you can just see how pretty this is. And so what you do is you come right down over here onto the West End Trail. There's the Lee White development right there. That's part of Lee White. For those of you that were on the Lee White tour, that's where we started the tour over there. That's where Honeysuckle Gelato is, actually right there. And the Kombucha Tea Company was in that little building right straight ahead. So there is the West End Trail right there. This is White Street. That car is coming down White Street. And when you come down that ramp where the 0 mile marker is, you're going to need to take a hard right here if you're going north. And you're going to go down this trail right here, which is the West End Trail. And you're going to go all the way up to the Kroger, where there's another entrance point, another sidewalk that takes you back into the corridor, and that's over next to the Lean Draft House, and I'll explain that when I get up there. So just remember, you got to get out at Lawton, cross over Lawton toward Brown Middle School, down the ramp, past the 0 mile marker, down onto this trail, the West End Trail, which is White Street.